All right, hello everyone, and peace of Christ to all of you. Today, our topic about the terrorism and terrorist attack, and how many of them we received already in the year 2018. You know, the world was busy, and it still will be busy with stupid things. Actors, football. This guy, he was making 10 goals. The people in the stadium, they were fighting over a ball. People beating each other. uh, People arguing about stupid things like Trump. He used to have a relationship with a porn star. I mean, all those garbage things. But nobody want to tell you how bad things it is in this earth these days. They try to keep you busy from all the important things which is going to touch your life and make you busy with the stupid things like the prince who is getting married to an actor. The whole world is watching. I'm not sure what a human being is looking for. Sometimes I feel like a human being is a suicide project. Not only Islam encourages suiciding, because when you ignore a threat, you are seeking suicide. And obviously, your government not only encouraging your suicide of your society, but they are working for it. When Europe invite everybody to come to Europe and there is no background check and nobody knows who are they, and even there is no papers, that is a suicide mission for Europe. When your European leaders they say to you that Islam is peace, or Canadian, or whatever, but nobody want to tell you the truth. If you see the map, if you see the map which is in front of you right now, it is astonishing, scary. Right now we are in May 19. We are in May 19, and the numbers of attack is 515 attack. 515. The year have 365 days. We did not even reach the half of the year. That's mean the average of terrorist attack is between two to three a day. And now the month of Ramadan, that's mean the attacks will increase and will go crazy, because those Muslims they believe if they kill in Ramadan, their killing is double rewarded. They don't want you to know how scary what's happening. They want to make you believe that you can go and sit in your couch and eat some popcorn and everything is fine. And let us watch together in Fox News, CNN, all those fake stations, the wedding of a prince who is going to divorce in 2 or 3 years from now. And who care even why in the world I want to watch his wedding? I mean, what is that? Because it's a fancy? Is that because he is spending the money of the citizen over his wedding because he's a prince? Is that because people in Britain they pay tax and he spend it for his party? Can we make the same wedding for every Britain citizen? Who pay for with the wedding party? Who paid for the security? It is the rich people. People they are really naive, and still they think that this is a good occasion. They are sucking your blood. There's nothing is called kings and princes. I thought those days are over. But a human being, he likes showtime. England announced just last month that London is one of the biggest knives attack and guns shooting, or let us say the highest in rank in the world. It's not Thailand, it's not Hong Kong, it's just London. Yet they are making you busy watching a stupid wedding party will end in a way we know how it's going to be. Count my words, maximum 3 years from now, they will seek divorce. And why in the world I want to care for this, and why you are occupying my TV station with it, which you pay for it. It's not even for free. They make money from you without knowing. But nobody want to give us a report and update us about terrorist attacks happening around the world, especially if the terrorist attacks are happening in poor countries. You see, when poor Christians in Nigeria die, I mean, who care? Seriously, who care? They are just poor African Christians die. I mean, who care? But if a Saudi prince he bought the Da Vinci paint, the whole TV stations in the world they will speak about His Majesty buying arts and collecting arts. They focus their lights on things have nothing to do with you. If somebody he bought a yacht and his yacht cost $500 million, I mean, what is the news of that for me? This is his money and this is his yacht. And is the purpose to make me feel astonished about how much the money is and make me feel more sad because I cannot even buy a car? Is that the purpose? Is the purpose to watch a fancy wedding to feel for yourself like pity for yourself that you cannot afford even to get married? Maybe you can't afford even to pay for your bills. What is the purpose of those things? Why in the media they don't show you the reality of this earth, and they try to focus in fantasy? Even the movies you watch is nothing real. Batman, Spider-Man, I mean everybody is man, and now they start having spider women and pat women. Obviously the media, they look at you as a human being as a stupid creature, and they believe that we can suck his blood, take his money, make him pay for watching our movie and TV cable and pay for TV stations for nothing, and there is no return for the service. If you notice that a human being, he is in love in watching fiction stories. Fiction stories are very attractive. I don't mind from time to time to watch an entertaining movie full of lies like the Pirate of the Caribbean, but at least this is a full of lie movie. I know it is a full of lie. But even their movies, who they try to present to you as it is a true story, nothing there about is a true story. As an example, wars about Bosnia. They try to present to you that the Serbian people are the ugly, disgusting people, criminals, when the fact they are the victims. This is your media, and this is how it is. Now, let us check together the attacks or the list of attacks in the front of our eyes in the map and by numbers. I hope my microphone is not making a noise. Hold on. I don't know why it's making a noise. Let me mute it for a second. All right, now I think it is fixed. If we look at the map in front of us, we will see that in the same day you might find 2 to 3 to 4 attacks, and all of it, as we see, it's happening. It's by accident, by the way. It's not necessarily Islam, I mean, it's happened that all of them done by Muslims. It happened. It's not really Islam is peace, as you know, but it happened that all those attacks and crimes happened by accident. It's not necessarily this is Muslims are, they are very peaceful people, and Islam is a very peaceful religion. And those people, they are just, it happened to be. If you don't believe me, ask your president or a prime minister. He will tell you that this is just an incident. Like, I mean, a consequence. Like sometimes things happen, but have nothing to do with Muslims and have nothing to do with Islam. So, attack in Somalia, attack in Jalalabad, Afghanistan, attack in Pakistan, and here you will see how many people get killed. Attack in Indonesia, attack in Thailand. This is we are talking about this week. We are not going far yet. Actually, there is some attacks are not listed today. There is an attack in Thailand by bombs in the south of Thailand. I saw it in the news. And there is an attack of 17 Christians killed just yesterday in the Niger. I don't see it. So look like this website is missing a lot of update. This is just what they have there, but there's a lot of things is missing. The week before it, what is the attack of Chechnya? Let's see if the attack of Chechnya for the Christians is located. Pakistan, attack in Pakistan, May 14, May 13. Philippines, Abu Sayyaf, 3 people killed. Paris, France, 1 person get killed. Araqqa, Syria, 2 people get killed. Samara, Salah ad-Din, Iraq, 4 people get killed. Cabanakalan, Western Visayas, Philippines, 2 people get killed. But I can tell a lot of numbers are missing. Where is the numbers of Nigeria and where is the numbers of just this? Yesterday there was an attack in Chechnya. 4 filthy terrorists, they enter a Christian church in Chechnya, an Orthodox Christian church, and they killed 2 policemen and they took all the Christians hostages. But thanks God, they got killed before they were able to kill anyone. Additional to the 2 police, actually 2 police and 1 Christian person get killed, which means 3. I don't see it here. So obviously this map is not updated. All what it says here is some, let us say here, this is some of the numbers. This is not the true numbers. But even if it is some and not totally update, the number is scary. Is 515 attacks and 2,695 people get killed by those counted ones, which mean, as we mentioned to you, there's many are not counted for yet. 2,695 people killed in a few months in the year of 2018, while your TV station busy talking about stupid things, and while people around the world watching silly stuff. We cannot count, my friend. We cannot count how many terrorist attacks. This is impossible because you see there is many attacks. They are not even reported. Terrorism is a lifestyle in Islamic countries. You see, the world always consider terrorism. They have their own definition, but the fact terrorism is not what they say to us. As an example, in Saudi Arabia, if you say a word against Islam, they will slaughter you. This is terrorism happened by the government and nobody talk about it. If somebody in those countries says I am an atheist, they will kill him. That is terrorism. If a woman she leave her husband's house in Saudi Arabia without his permission, he can call the police for her and she get arrested. This is terrorism. Terrorism is not only what they report for us here about people getting killed. Terrorism is a way of life in Islamic countries. Say one word against the filthy Muhammad in Islamic countries and you will see the real terrorism in a second. You will see that every citizen there, suddenly he is a terrorist. Terrorism have many faces. And me myself, I get they try to terrify me in YouTube, and they keep sending me warning and restriction from broadcasting. This is terrorism. They try to silence you, they try to shut you up. Terrorism have many faces. When you make a law in a country, it says that the man, he can beat his wife. This is the law of terrorism. You are terrifying a woman and making the man able to beat her legally, officially, and nobody even can speak about it. When a father, he beat his children's, sometime even to death, and in Islamic countries he have the right to do so. That is terrorism. When somebody, he cannot join a school just because he's a Christian or he is an atheist, that is terrorism. When a woman, she can't drive a car because she is a female, as we see in Saudi Arabia for the last 200 years, that is terrorism. Because if she do, she will be beaten and she will be arrested. This is terrifying. This is the purpose of all those laws, is to terrify you and to make you scared, so you will not do what they want you not to do. Terrorism is a way of life in the world. It is a daily practice. Most of the world is a practice in it, and nobody is talking about it. You cannot criticize Islam in many places in this earth. That is terrorism. Why? Why you can criticize everybody except Islam? Why the second you speak about this filthy cult, you are a hate monger and you are a person who teach hate? It's a religion who says clearly that Allah, he hate all of us and he want to kill us, all of us, but yet you cannot, and you have no right to speak about it. We need we need to free ourselves from any fear in order to fight this cult and to fight the ones who sponsor this cult. As an example, there is a politician in Germany. He said he is asking the government of Germany to accept Islam as part of the society. I mean, what does that mean? That's mean that from now on he want the government of Germany to pay for the mosques in Germany, to pay for the salaries of imam in Germany, which mean you German people, you pay tax, and your tax will go to build mosque, and those mosques will teach people to hate you and then to attack you. But we did not hear any German leader saying the same for Christians or Hindus or Buddha people. Why Islam only? Because all of those are corrupt people and they are under the influence of the money. You know, when you see a gathering of 10,000 Muslims in the street to pray in the street, do you think this is a peaceful prayer, or this is to terrify the citizen of this city? The purpose is to terrify you. They are telling you, look how many we are. Not only we are many, but we can gather together. You cannot do that. Maybe you are majority, but we will not find 10,000 of you standing in front of us. It is to terrify you. What is the purpose of Muslims gathering by thousands and praying in the middle of a small town? To terrify the town, to intimidate you, and to make you live in fear, and then you become subdued. Fear is the method of victory in Islam. You see, when the Muslims, they practice terror, Their terror happen for a reason. It's not really, it's not for fun. It is a tactic and a strategy. Their master, which means the master of the Muslims, his name is Muhammad, as you know. And he said, I was victorious by terror. I was victorious by terror, not by anything else. By terror. And terror is very powerful if you can scare the civilian. If you remember, a few years ago, there was a terrorist Muslim who is uh, known as New York Sniper. This Muslim, he just have a gun. That's it. He don't have an army. He don't have anything. It's just a gun. However, this terrorist, he shoot anyone walking in the street and he disappear. So he installed terror in the heart of a city have 8 9 million people. One guy, because you do not know, you walk in the street, you might feel dead. This guy, he sits somewhere in the middle of nowhere and he have us in the sniper machine and he shoot you from far away and he run. He shoot anyone. You do not need to know who you are. It's just to scare the hell of everybody. As you see here, Muhammad himself speaking about terror. He was, you see, the Muslims, they try to give you a false translation of the terrorism of Islam. They say to you, I was victorious by awi of frighten my enemies. What for? It's by terror. He was victorious by terror. I was help. This is a translation which is false. The text says I was victorious again. I was victorious by terror. So terrorism is not a temporarily act in the cult of Islam. Terrorism is a strategic war plan. In order to conquer, they practice terror. In the other side, the Muslims will work as a scissor. You know the scissor, the one you cut things with. One side of the scissor is sharp and practice terror. The other one play the good cop and the bad cop. You know what I mean? The other one will say to you, oh, this is not Islam. But what is the point of this? The point of this is to say to you, well, if you want to negotiate, we cannot negotiate with the terrorist because this is the bad cop. Negotiate with the good one, but the good one actually they are the one who present the terrorist. It's just to fool you. It's the same as like the Muslims Brotherhood and ISIS. Obama, he tried to present to us and Hillary Clinton the Muslim Brotherhood as a good civil citizens who they are just organization. They are seeking political agenda like everybody, not a big deal. The fact the Muslim Brotherhood are an armed force and they have subdivisions for arm and armies like Hamas as an example. The brigade, it's called Faylaqur Rahman, is one of these biggest brigade, have more than 70,000 fighter. This is the Muslim Brotherhood and Hamas, and they have more than 80,000 fighter inside Egypt. And the Egyptian government, with the huge army this country has, because remember Egypt is a 100 million citizen country, yet they have hard time to stop the terror of those organizations there. Terrorism is not something temporarily and is going to increase, and it's going to increase for many reasons. Number one, you don't have a brave politician to say or to name the name of the enemy. Like Trump, he was accused to be a racist. He hate Muslims just because he says simple things. I mean, this guy is just being a little bit honest. He is not totally still honest. He is still being a politician. He's just said little of the honesty, and they were eating him alive. Your enemy is not the terrorist only who you see. We name him as Muhammad and the cult which we are talking about. The terrorists are those terrorism or those terrorist organization and the media in the West who they try to silence anyone who say the truth, and they accuse him right away of racism, hatred, etc. When Trump he said I'm going to ban 6 countries, all of them they are Islamic, from entering the country, go and see how many articles written about the hatred Trump he have to Muslims. How filthy this man is, but the same numbers, the same countries was banned from entering USA by Obama. Not a single article is written against Obama. The same numbers. In fact, Trump he just renew the ban. He did not create the ban. So the political agenda is an agenda of sponsoring terror. Few days ago, a journalist from Washington Post, he made an article saying that we should bomb, listen to this, we should bomb the bridge which the Russian built between Russia and Crimea. I mean, wow, what a wonderful people are. There is a guy, I forgot his name, he said that in order to fight Islam, you need to bomb Mecca. I don't agree with that for sure. Uh, but you can imagine how many people they went all over him and they want to eat him alive. Why it is not okay to say for this man, and by the way, I'm against what he said again, not because Mecca is something good for me, but I believe that will not solve a problem. However, we should not attack anyone, any country, unless they are attacking us. As simple as that. But if the bridge of Russia is a Muslim bridge, do you think the journalist in Washington Post will say, let us bomb this bridge? Why it's okay to bomb a bridge made by the Russian, built by the Russian, and what is the consequence of that? And what is the result of that? And what we will earn from that? And who is the stupid in the world is going to listen and do that? When a guy he made a movie about Muhammad, Muslims they strike and they burn flags and they attack churches and etc. for making a short 5-10 minute movie about Muhammad. And they told us that the ambassador of USA in Libya was killed because of that movie, which is false. How come we should not make a movie like this, but we can bomb a country, and this country is a super powerful country which it can destroy us with no mercy? What I'm trying to tell you, that the media in your country is a media of terror and stupidity. They sponsor terror in one hand, they forbid you from speaking about what is really scary, and they try to take your attention to different kind of enemy. You notice in USA, they try to create an enemy for us. It is name, or the name of this enemy is Russia. And the fact is that Western countries are the one who sponsor everyone wanna fight Russia. Our beloved President George Bush, the scumbag, he did invite the Mujahideen who killed more 1,000 child in a school in Russia. and he called them rebels, and they were invited to the White House. 1,000 child and teachers killed in a school. America invited the criminals to the White House, called them heroes. Who is the one who is sponsoring terrorism? And who is the one is fighting terrorism? The truth is, if not Russia fought against terrorists in Syria, all the Christians today in Syria will be slaughtered. While Obama was arming the terrorists and Al-Qaeda and ISIS in Syria, the Russian, they were fighting them and killing them. But in the same time, they want to give you wrong information that Russian are the one who sponsor terrorists. Russian are our enemy. They don't want to tell you that our enemy really is the Islamic terrorist. This is the real enemy. Why we cannot be friends with the Russian and both of us we fight the one enemy we face? For a very simple reason. Islamic government are involved in every government in the West, including Trump government. You see, I voted for Trump, but not because he's a good guy. And I know he is not a good guy. But because he is the best between the worst. I know that Trump, he worship money. And he don't believe in God. I know that Trump, he don't care about fighting Islam. I know that he have a very strong relationship and business with all Islamic countries. I know that for sure they are involved even in his election. But those government, they are involved in everybody election. They are the one who made Sarkozy a president. They are the one who made Macron a president. They are the one who made Berlusconi a president. And I will not be surprised if the Muslims, they pump a lot of money in Trump election, not because they like Trump, but because they have a strategy. I have a family member once who is a businessman, and he donate money to 4 people who they are going for the position of mayor. And I asked him, why you donate to all of them? I mean, which one you support? He said, I support none, but I donate to all, so whoever going to win, he will be in my pocket. So they don't support Trump because they like Trump. They support Hillary Clinton and they support Trump, so whoever win will be in their pocket. And this is why you will see that your politicians, they avoid to say anything is a truthful about Islam, because they are involved to their noses with the money of Muslims countries. The Queen of England, she go every few months to the Middle East, and she like to visit very much the Sultan of Oman. I mean, you tell me what the Queen of England she share with this Bedouin man. What exactly they share together? The camel, the tent. They don't share anything. The religion, the history. They talk about philosophy. Even the guy don't speak English. Why she want to keep going there? Because each time she go, they shower her with diamonds and gold. This is why you see that Hillary Clinton in the last few years, she flied tons of times to the Middle East. Bill Clinton, his favorite job is to make speeches in wedding party for Muslims. So we have to take into consideration that those people, they don't speak anything truthful about anything happening around you, including Islam, for they are getting paid by Muslims. You see, when you look at Trump right now, his son-in-law, who is a Jewish businessman, his company facing a very harsh time. And I just got a news that his company is going to be saved by the government of Qatar money. The government of Qatar, they have a company which is investing company, but the fact it's invest to control. In other way, it is the lobby of the Muslims, specifically the Muslims Brotherhood. This guy is facing almost bankruptcy, and the Qatari are going to save him. Now, do you think this guy is a qualified to be in the White House or even clothed? Do you think that Trump he do not know about it? Do you think that this is not a bribe to Trump? Do you think the government of Qatar they will give their money to the son of law of someone for no reason, for no return? All of them are corrupt, and they make me truly sick. We say we hope that Trump he will not be the same as the rest, but I don't see that. The guy he go in TV and he made a speech about the government of Qatar that they are sponsoring terrorism. Less than 10 days after he sold them more than 30 airplanes. How you say they are sponsoring terrorists and how you sell them airplanes? How they are sponsoring terrorists and you are protecting their government by preventing the Saudi from invading Qatar? How they are sponsoring ISIS and Al Qaeda, and you say that loud in TV? I mean, American, they are people with short memory. Nobody's asking the president now what happened to your speech about Qatar sponsoring terrorism. Like, what happened exactly? Did you arrest the prince? Shouldn't we, as USA, capture this prince and bring him to justice? You just admitted and you said in TV that he is sponsoring ISIS, sponsoring Osama bin Laden groups and Al Qaeda. So why you are welcoming him to come to the White House and you give him a hug just a week after? Liars, fake people, actors, businessmen. This is what your world is about. Everything is for sale. Everything is for sale. Yeah, we have a Muslim here. He's trying to play games, my friend, with you. Don't listen to him. I will ban him. We have no time for kids. You can tell right away when a Muslim he play games. He try just to make you fight as a Catholic and Protestant. So don't be a donkey. A shoe of a Catholic is better than the face of your prophet, and a flip-flap of a Protestant is better than your Quran. This is how you answer them. Learn. A prophet who cannot enjoy his life and he cannot make victory except by terror. How he terrify his army or his enemy? By raping women, killing children, burning even the graves they used to dig it. That is Muhammad. And Muhammad only, by the way, not only he used terror, Muhammad, if he is weak, he used different method. If you go in the Quran, you will see the Quran is speaking about a group of people which Muhammad he bribed in order to make them join him in his propaganda. The Quran uh, speak about a group of people who Muhammad he bought them, he paid them money. Chapter 9 verse number 60 is speaking about spending money from the booty and what the Muslims stole from their enemies to convert people or to make people sponsor Islam. And you will see this is the story which speak about Abu Sufyan. Sorry, Abu Sufyan, who was a man, and his family, they are warriors and they don't like Islam, and they knew Muhammad is a scumbag. So what Muhammad he did, he bought him. He gave every one of his family 100 camel and 4 ounces of gold and silver and money, more gifts. The purpose was, if I can make this guy accept Islam by buying his heart. Do you see it? We buy their heart, and you can go, by the way, we can go to the interpretation of this verse, and you will see that this is what it is about. Chapter 9 verse number 60. Here you will see, look what it says. uh, to reconcile so that they might become a Muslim. So Muhammad he paid them money so they might become a Muslim, or that Islam might be firmly established, that their peers might become Muslims, or that they might defend Muslims, all of whom are read the rest. So what the story here, we pay those people in order to protect Islam, for they are a bunch of criminals. We hire gang, this is a family who they are criminals, killers, they love to say to shed the blood. We hire them and we pay them in order to gain support of a bunch of criminals. And this is a practice Muhammad he used when he cannot use terror. You see, he is not powerful enough to conquer those people. So what he do? He bought them. This is why they buy your presidents and your government. So the Muslims always they have two way in order to accomplish their mission. Either we use terror, but if we cannot use terror, then we buy you. Let us see if you have anything to offer for sale. As you see here, it says, and those whose heart are to be reconciled by giving them gifts, such as Abu Sufyan and his companions. They were 15 men. They are 15 men, but those 15 men, they control a huge number of people, and they are very powerful. So Muhammad he paid them money in return to say we are Muslims. And the Muslims they say to you, the reason Islam is growing in Africa because you Christians giving sandwiches to Muslims. The fact this is not true. I met a woman from Albosnia, and her name is a Muslim name. You know, for me, as a person from the Middle East, right away I know if you are a Muslim or not. If you use an Islamic name, we as an Arab Christians, we don't use Islamic names. We are Arab, yes, but we don't use Islamic names. There's names we don't even touch, like Muhammad, Ahmad, Khalid, etc. There's many names. So the second she said her name to me, I know right away that she is a Muslim. So I said to her, so you are a Muslim, right? She said, I used to be. I said, really? So what happened? She said, long story. I said, like, did you speak to someone? He taught you about Christ, etc. She said, no, no, not really. This is not the reason I left Islam. Uh, and then I said, okay, I'm willing to listen if you like to tell. I was interested to know what make this women leave Islam. She said that during the war in Bosnia, there was an Islamic aid camp, Islamic aid camp, who provide food, money, fuel, medicine, etc. So this woman, this poor woman, she have a bunch of kids. All of them, they are very young. It's a wartime, you know. It doesn't matter really if you are a Muslim or a Christian. We feel sorry for everybody suffering in such a war. So this woman, she live in an Islamic territory because she's a Muslim. So she went to the Saudi camp, which is Islamic camp, and she waited in the line for few 5, 6 hours, as I remember she said, and then finally her turn come, and the guy in the front of the tent, he said to her, we cannot give you any assistance unless you wear a hijab. Go and teach yourself a good manner and come back. So he kicked her out because she is not wearing hijab. This poor woman, she did go all the way again to the end. They told her wait until this guy leave, and then you come. By the time your turn will come, he will be gone. A new guy will take over, you know, to give assistance. So she lined up again, and her kids with her, and it's cold, snow, very cold. And this time she borrowed a hijab, so now she is okay. And when her turn arrived, the guy, he asked her child, who is very young, he said to her, do your mom pray to Allah? The child, he is honest, he said no. The Saudi guy, he said to her, well, this is a camp to help the Muslims, and obviously you don't pray to Allah, you are not a Muslim, get out of here. The poor woman, crying, hungry, she did not know what to do, and her poor son, he did not know what he did. He just made themselves suffer, and maybe they will die. So she decided to walk to the other side of the town, where is a Christian camp in the Christian territory, asking for help. So she walked, risking her life, because this is a wartime, and she is a Muslim, and now she is going to a Christian area, which means she might be captured because they might think she's a spy or something, or even be maybe shot in during walking between the two lines. She walked all the way. The Serbian soldiers let her go through. They did not stop her and her children. And then she went to the Christian assistant camp, and nobody asked her, what is your religion? What is your name? Who is your God? Do you pray or you don't pray? All what they did, they check her children if they have any illness. They give them blankets. They give them a tent to stay in temporarily until they move them to a better location, and they give them the medicine. They give them the food. They gave them everything, and not even a single question. What is your religion? And this is why this woman, she left Islam. She said, if this God will not help me unless I pray for him, and there's a God who love me even if I don't pray for him, even if my children when they grow they might kill his followers, he still love me and he helped me. This is the God I want to be with. And now her and her children, all of them, they are Christians, and they are from Bosnia, and her kids, they have Muslim names. So our topic today is very simple. The world is getting more and more ugly, and those Muslims following the cult of Islam, they are going to go more and more aggressive. But that will not change anything. Islam is losing ground everywhere. You see, what Muslims miss, that Muhammad was able to conquer and force people into Islam, but Muslims, most of them don't believe in Islam because they've been forced to. In order to know how many Muslims exist in Iraq, give them freedom and let us see. In order to know how many Muslims exist in Pakistan, give them freedom and you will see. And that goes, etc., etc., etc. Most of Muslims, even the one who defend Islam, he want a version of Islam which we can drink, we can smoke, we can dance, we can love our neighbor, we can be nice to Christians and Jews. Most of Muslims, they want that, but this is not Islam. And that is telling us that Islam failed to accomplish the mission of hate. You see, when they say to you that there is only 10% of the Muslims they sponsor terrorism, that means there is only 10% of Muslims are Muslims. You know what I mean? Because why only 10% of the Muslims they sponsor terrorism if Islam is based on terrorism? If Muhammad himself is a terrorist, why only 10% they sponsor Muhammad lifestyle? Because simply only 10% of the Muslims are true Muslims, the rest are forced to live under the title of Islam. Only the true Muslims are the one who sponsor jihad and killing. The rest, they don't, for simply they are not Muslims. You see, when the Muslims attack the Kurdish, and the Kurdish by name, they are Muslims. The Kurdish, actually, the leader of the Kurdish, you know what his name? His name is Muslim. The leader of the Kurdish in Syria, his name is Muslim. Muslim, this is his first name. Yet they attack them and they praise Allah for killing them. Why? Because those Kurdish don't pray to Allah. Their women don't wear hijab. They are, you know, they don't really care at all for Islam. They believe Islam is a stupid religion. Therefore, it was okay to attack them and kill them. And this is why Erdogan, he did not find any Muslims argue, and I'm talking about the terrorists like him, argue against him that you should not attack the Kurdish because simply they are Muslims. How come we don't see any Muslim striking and saying and condemning Erdogan for bombing cities full of Muslims? How come if Israel shoot at Hamas, the Islamic propaganda go crazy? Why shooting at the Kurdish is okay, but shooting at Hamas is not okay? Because the 10% of the Muslims who they are sponsoring terrorists like Erdogan, they believe that the 90% of the Muslims should die, and they don't have a problem to kill them all. There is a war happened after Muhammad's death. It's called the War of Apostate. What is the War of Apostate? Simply, after Muhammad died, more than 90% of Muslims they left Islam. In other words, they don't want to practice Islam, they don't want to pay the zakat, they don't want to do anything like this. So what Abu Bakr he did, he took an oath by Allah, I'm going to kill them all, even if it is about paying zakat, and even if the zakat is a goat, a little tiny goat, still I will go for a war for it. This is how Islam stay. You see, people they say Muhammad he established Islamic State. Muhammad failed. It is not Muhammad who established the Islamic State. It's people who after him by terror, killing the enemy, and because the enemy was not too much united against the gang of Muhammad, were able to conquer. Otherwise, right away when Muhammad died, the same day Muhammad died, people they left Islam. Imagine how much they hated Islam. And the war of apostate is not one war, it's wars. It's wars, and it happened even in the time of Muhammad himself. Which means the war of apostate started even before Muhammad died and continue after Muhammad died. But after Muhammad death became bigger because more and more people left Islam. Terror is not a sign of strength of this cult. It is a sign of weakness, and the more it increases, the more is going to be left behind. There is some naive Muslims, they don't want to believe that Islam is a disgusting religion because they are nice people who live peacefully. They don't want to kill anyone like everybody. We are a human being. We like to have a family, friends, come over, let us talk, have a coffee, barbecue, a normal human being society, and they are like us. So those kind of Muslims, they cannot believe what they saw is done by the hand of ISIS because they never read what their prophet did. What they've been taught about their prophet is far away from what their prophet is about. So when ISIS come to existence and ISIS start using technology to tape the terror they do, those Muslims they were terrified themselves. This is cannot be Islam. There's no way that Islam approves such a thing. There's no way the prophet he would teach us such a thing. So they went in denial. But slowly they start noticing that this is exactly who is Muhammad, and ISIS actually are nice people compared to Muhammad. Someone asking me, have you ever thought about getting volunteer to promote my channel? My friend, anyone want to promote what we do is more than welcome. Good things do not need to ask for it. You know what I mean? If you think what we do here is very important, feel free and promote it. Help us. Thank you very much. Someone saying Islam will win the war with Christianity. My friend, Islam is not even winning the war within itself. Islam is self-destruction. What are you talking about? Islam is the end of itself. You have no idea what are you talking about. I will give an example. Who is winning the war in Libya? Who is fighting the Mujahideen in Libya? Muslims. Who is fighting the Mujahideen in Algeria? Muslims. Who is fighting the Mujahideen in Iraq? Muslims. Who is fighting the Mujahideen in Syria? Muslims. Afghanistan? Muslims. Pakistan? Muslims. Indonesia? Muslim. My friend, you are an ignorant person. You have no idea what are you talking about. Islam cannot even escape fighting itself, so how it can win against anyone? Are you guys getting my point? Increasing what? What are you talking about? You have no idea what are you talking about. What increasing? What in number? No, we are the biggest believe in this earth. China is the coming giant Christian country. I was in China just a few months ago, and Chinese converting to Christianity is like ocean. And the Chinese government is terrified because they are losing communism, not because Christians are a threat and they are terrorists, no, but because communism is dying. China is the biggest Christian country in the world, is going to be actually already. It's a go and see. You have no idea what's happening, my friend. Indonesia, the one, it is the biggest Islamic country, is losing its faith to Christianity. Do you know how many Indonesian they converted to Christianity just in the last 10 years? You have no idea what are you talking about. You are fooled by some videos Muslims they post for you about redhead blue eye women. She converted to Islam because she married a Muslim husband. We have tens of thousands, according to Al Jazeera TV, 16,000 Muslims leaving Islam a day to Christianity, a day, in one territory only. But we will not see Al Jazeera make an interview with any of those who left Islam to Christianity, because those Christians will not agree. For they knew that we will be killed. You know, you are an ex-Muslim now. Islam is dying as a religion. Terrorism is increasing as a result. You see, why the Muslims attack Christian in Indonesia? Do you know the real reason? Because they feel that Christianity is a threat. Are you getting the point? If we Christians are not a threat to Islam, then why you attack us? We are nothing. If the Muslims are winning, as you say, by number, then what the point of killing yourself to kill a few Christians? I mean, they are gone anyway. But because Christianity is taking over Islamic countries, Buddha's countries, even India, Christianity is the biggest it is now, and is going to be the largest soon, when China and India and Thailand, you know, I went to all those countries in Asia, including Thailand. I was really surprised to see how many churches there are there. Islam is not growing in those countries. Islam is dying. For the local, the native people there, they don't like Islam. They know Islam is a violent, disgusting religion. If you go to Asia, you do not need to discuss with people to tell them Islam is a bad religion, right? Because they suffer from it. In India alone, more than 90 million Hindu killed by the Islamic terrorism. 90 million, not 9 million. Islam, my friend, it's seeking its death. It's dying. Don't make anyone fool you and says Islam is growing. Those propaganda is false. They are talking about birth number, but who said that those are Muslims? Who said that if somebody is born of a Muslim is a Muslim? I remember when I was in the Middle East, there's a guy from a Muslim Sunni family. He said to me something, and at that time I thought maybe he is trying to make me he's trying to say something, so I will say something so he will know what I really believe about Islam. He said to me, we Muslims have faith, but we don't have religion. And you Christians, you have religion, but you don't have faith. I said, where you learn this from? He said, my dad told me. And I thought about it deeply. He is saying that his dad said to him that we Muslims have faith, but we don't have religion. You Christians have a religion, but you don't have faith. That is very dangerous. Anyone understand what what this Muslim said? Anyone understand what how dangerous what he said? He just told us that they have faith in something stupid, in something false. We are the one who have the true thing, but you guys don't have faith. You are the one who have the true Messiah, but you don't have faith. We are the one who have the false Muhammad, but we have faith. This is what he just said. He just admitted that Islam is a false religion. But then I said to myself, if he just admitted, and this is what his family believe, that Islam is a religion based on faith, but no religion is based on, then their faith is a lie, and they knew that. So their faith is fake. It's an act. You know what I mean? Because as long you know that, how you can say I have faith? How you can say that we Muslims have faith if you just told me that your faith is in something false? So your faith is not true, and you know that, and you confess to that idea, but yet you are saying to me I have faith. It's just you are fooling yourself. Which means they worship Allah by their lips, but in their heart they knew that there is no religion to believe in. They have faith by their lips, but they don't believe in it. So Islam is a dead religion, and there's no question about that. It doesn't, guys. If you go and check how much money is invested to keep Islam alive, you will not believe it. More than 10% of the budget of Saudi Arabia goes to Islam inside the country, and another 10% of the budget of Saudi Arabia go to invest in Islam abroad. That is 20% of one of the most rich countries in the world to sponsor Islam. That's only in Saudi Arabia. I'm not going to mention how much Kuwait spend, how much Qatar spend, how much all of them, they are filthy rich. So we are talking about a religion has official government budget to sponsor it, and we are talking about Christianity, who we don't have not even one official government is sponsoring our faith. Do you see the difference? All the Islamic sheikhs or missionaries are paid salary by government, high salary. All the mosque built in Europe is built by the money of Saudi Arabia government and Qatar and Emirat and Kuwait and Bahrain. Our churches is built by our money. USA government don't build churches for us. England don't build the churches for us. Germany don't build the churches for us. We pay for our churches, we pay for electricity, we pay for employees, we pay for cleaning, we pay for everything. In their places of worship and propaganda, everything paid by government. 100,000 copy printed and delivered in 1 week in Germany for free, and then they printed another 100,000 the second week, and then 100,000 the third week, until they noticed people are not taking the books no more. All those books printed by the money of the Saudi government. So this religion, with all the support of the money, which is a huge support, still is not able to do any success. You see, the Muslims, they say to us that last year in America about 18,000 people converted to Islam in America. That's nothing. 18,000, that is nothing compared to the money you spend. Same time, how many thousand they left Islam in America last year? How many Muslims they are disgusted of Islam last year? And even those who convert to Islam, they leave Islam in an average of 3 years. There was a conference, I think it was in Chicago or Michigan, I forgot, and one of you have a recording of it. We play it before in Palto. They were discussing why those who convert to Islam, they live in an average of 2 or 3 years maximum. The answer is very simple. Muslims, they lie to people, to lie to Western about Islam. Western convert. A year or 2 or 3 after, those Western, they notice that they've been fooled. What they taught about Islam is not what Islam is about. So they leave Islam again. The only one who stayed as a Muslim is the one you give them a job. As an example, you make them a person who do missionary, and you give him a salary to stay for the rest of life under the control of the money of the Muslims. Like this guy, his name is Yusuf State, who know nothing about Islam. He's an idiot. Even he said in TV, his wife, she used to call him useless before he became a Muslim. After he became a Muslim, he is Yusuf State. Before he became a Muslim, he was useless. Why? Because he have no job. He lie. He says he was a minister for youth. What minister for youth? What does that mean? Which church? Islam is losing ground. Big deal. If you see how many Muslims are buying my books, you will not believe it. You see, the fact is, the most of those who buy my books to read them are Muslims. Shabir Ali, and all of you, you know him. He bought my books. Can you tell me why Shabir Ali wanna buy my books? Anyone can give me a reason? What Shabir Ali needs for my books, if he is a person who have faith and his faith is strong? And I challenge him to say he did not. We are doing a great work, and Islam is losing ground like crazy. I am not really worried about tomorrow. However, that will not stop me from putting more nails in the coffin of the cult of Islam. For this is a duty we should do, is to share education, and the education will be carried on from generation to generation. Time will come and I will die, and that is very normal, will happen to everybody. But then before that day happened, I want to be sure that there's a lot of Christian prince around, many of them, who they have the knowledge and they can make Islam look as it is, a joke, a cult, a stupid, filthy, hateful, violent religion. This mission will continue, and when we say Islam is losing, doesn't mean Islam is going to disappear tomorrow. Absolutely not. But Islam is dead already. Can you tell me why Islamic countries don't want to practice Sharia law? Anyone? Because remember, Islam is not just a religion. Islam is a cult based on forcing itself. Why the Muslims are the first one to reject to practice the law of Allah, if the law of Allah is convincing for them that this is the perfect way to live? Any Muslim can tell me why the Muslims don't want to practice Islamic Sharia law in Morocco, in Algeria, in Tunisia, in Libya, in Egypt, in Syria, in Jordan, in Iraq, in why? Anyone can tell me? That is a clear sign that Islam is collapsing. It's dead. You see, ISIS, what is the request of ISIS? Anyone can tell me? What is the purpose of ISIS? What ISIS want? ISIS want to establish an Islamic state practicing the Sharia law. Is that correct? This is the target and the aim of ISIS. But that's mean all the Muslims, they say to us, ISIS is not Islam. Is that correct? How many times we heard Muslims saying ISIS is not Islam? If ISIS, who want to establish Islamic law, is not Islam, so what Islam is left? Are you getting my point? That means Muslims are against Islam. So we are fighting Islam together side by side with the Muslims. This is the truth. Muslims themselves, the majority of Muslims don't want Muhammad, don't want the law of Allah, they don't want Sharia law, they spit on it and they hate it. And this is why they are fighting side by side with us against Allah. Actually, Muslims are the best fighters against Allah, because it is not France who is forcing anyone not to practice Sharia law in their Islamic countries. It is the Muslim themselves. Algeria lost more than 1 million people get killed fighting the cult of Islam, and nobody talk about it. Do you know that? More than 1 million in the last 10 years. But as we know, Algeria is a Muslim country, but they don't want Sharia law. Same as in Libya. Who is in Libya now fighting the Mujahideen? People of Libya. But people of Libya are Muslims. Who is fighting the Mujahideen in Afghanistan? The government of, oh sorry, in Indonesia. Same in Pakistan. I mean, what is wrong? What's the problem? Why Muslims fighting those who want to establish the Sharia law? What is the problem? The problem is very simple. The Muslims don't want Sharia law in their countries, and that means Islam failed to establish itself in the land. The Muslims themselves, they don't want this religion to be their religion. They are just keeping the name. We respect the Prophet, we love the Prophet, we love Allah, but in fact nobody really care for Islam, not even for a second. If you go to Indonesia, you will find that they have the biggest nightclubs ever you can imagine. I met with a guy, he is from North Africa, and he worked as a manager. He told me he worked as a manager. I met him like overseas. So I asked him, so what do you, he asked me, what do you do? I asked him, what do you do? He said, I am a manager, for like entertainment place. I said, what kind of entertainment place? He said, it's like a nightclub. I said, really? Where? He said, in Indonesia. Oh, Indonesia? For me, I never heard that Indonesia and they have nightclubs there. As I know that, I thought Indonesia, like they are very strictly Muslims, as I thought, because people wear hijab and blah blah blah. He said, no, no, no. Actually, the nightclub there is like a stadium, and it is run running by the government, by the army, protected by the army. This is what he said. I never, me myself, I never been in Indonesia before. And he said, if you go inside, like it is a huge. It's not like normal nightclubs you see in anywhere. It's different. It's like endless space. Well, I never been in Indonesia, so I don't know. I don't know. So he told me it is like he told me like inside people they do anything. I said like what? He said drugs, sex, etc. I don't know if he's saying the truth or not, but he is a Muslim. He's not speaking to me as a Muslim. He's a Muslim, but he is telling me what he do for a living. He is a manager of those places, and he said inside you can see, you can do whatever you wish, whatever you wish. I said whatever I wish. He said whatever you wish. So the lifestyle of Islamic countries is again additional reason to believe that Islam is not exist in their countries, because as you know, music is haram, or which means forbidden in Islamic countries according to Muhammad. Drinking is haram, smoking is haram, saying poetry is haram, TV is haram, radio is haram, anything except reciting Quran and praising Muhammad is forbidden, to make it simple. So why the Muslims in their countries they have the opposite lifestyle? There is an actor in Egypt, his name is Adil Imam. You know, this guy is a funny guy. Everybody, all the Muslims, they know him. You know, I mean, we are not. He's a Muslim. He's a comedian. So in his comedy act, the judge he asked him. The story is simple. Like a belly dancer, she was killed in the flat down underneath of him. So the judge he said to him, after you learned that the one who is your neighbor next to you is a belly dancer, why you did not move out? He said to him, sir, if every Egyptian will move because his neighbor is a belly dancer, will we have to move all of us out of the country? This is the truth. If every Egyptian will move out of the country because there is a belly dancer next to him, will all of us we have to move out of Egypt? But look, Egypt is the land of the Muslims Brotherhood. Egypt is the land of the Mujahideen. Egypt is the land of Al-Zawahiri. But Egypt is the land of belly dancing. Hashish, hookah, belly dancing, whiskey, nightclubs, you name it. So when people they speak about Islam is growing, you are fooling yourself. Islam is dead. To have Islam or to consider Islam as a religion is exist, we have to find Islam in the practice. Even in Saudi Arabia right now, we have a big revolution against Islam. The crown prince of Saudi Arabia, who is going to be the coming king soon, he is moving fast to get rid of Islam. Women, they can drive. Women, they can run in the street. You believe it? This is in Saudi Arabia. You might laugh now, like what a big deal, right? My friend, this is a big deal. That's mean those people they are done with it. That's it. We are sick of this stupid cult. We are done. That's it. We don't want more of it. But in the outside, they say, oh no, no, we love Islam. But hold on. We follow the Prophet, but women should drive, and women they should do jogging and walk alone in the street, and women they can soon swim with the bikini. Just wait what's coming. In the coming 20 years, you will see a huge change changing in Saudi Arabia. Imagine in Saudi Arabia now they have a movie theater. We are talking about a country, the first time they have a bicycle, the bike was arrested and accused to be the bike of the devil. They arrested the bike. I mean, have you ever heard of somebody arresting a bike? They never saw a bike before, and they accuse it to be the bike of the devil. And they cut the head of the bike. They brought a guy to cut the head of the bike. He could not cut it from the first sword because the sword is broken. If we go right now and we search in YouTube for video about Dubai nightlife, what you will see? Go and see. What, Dubai is an Islamic country? Are you sure? What is Islamic about Dubai? So they try to fool you by numbers, saying Islam is growing. This is just, those numbers mean nothing. Islam actually is dead. Dubai is filled with monotheists. Yeah, this is why we find them in the nightclub, right? Dubai is filled with monotheists. This is why the nightclubs are full. You are right. And Saudi Arabia is filled with monotheists because this is why we don't find any Saudi left in Ramadan in Saudi Arabia. All of them, they go to Asia, to Thailand, to Philippines, seeking sex tourism. All of you are monotheists. Unbelievable. All of you Muslims are monotheists. And you know what? You know what? When the Muslims speak about monotheism, the Allah, I mean, who care if you worship one God or two God, you stupid idiot? What you worship is stupid. Have you ever heard of a God he have two legs in the right side? Have you ever heard of a God he have two hands in the right side? How he can even walk? So you worship one God or two God or three God. This is a stupid statement to say because let us say for sake of argument there's five gods. So what that will change? If there's only one God or two God, your God is funny, he's a stupid. Have you ever heard of a God? He says, if I want to have sex, I'm going to have sex with the Huri. And he called the Huri ourself. That's mean he's a man because the Hur are women. So you believe in one God, but your God is an idiot, just stupid. And your God actually, he's very funny. Guys, there's a video. It's called the description of paradise. I advise you. I wish I can play it here because if you play it, you will die from duffing. You will have heart attack. Especially if it come with my comments. I played this video in a churches in the Philippines. In one occasion, there's a guy. His name is Richard. He was laughing, you know, like if you see how he was. Anyway, the line behind this man, he was laughing so crazy. Everybody is laughing so crazy, and there's a, you know, they lost control of how much they laugh. They are laughing. People are crying. They are not just laughing, they are crying. However, one of them, he lost control. You know, they are sitting in plastic chairs. So he lost control of himself when he is laughing. So he fell down in his back. When he fell down, he opened his arms, and then the whole line fell down with him. The name of the video, the description of paradise by the Dean Show. Watch it. Actually, you know what? I'm going to make a video of it, but I will not post it on my YouTube because they will flag me for copyright. I will post it in minds.com. I will do that. And you will die from laughing. It is the most hilarious comedy ever you can imagine. My Skype is not open. Hold on. All right, let's see. Yeah, now we are on. Yeah, my Skype is on. I will make a video about this. It's going to be a series of videos because every 2 minutes of it is a joke by itself. Do we have any Muslim here? You don't agree with us? We are worshiping 1 plus 1 plus 1. That's very funny. It is you who worship 1 plus 1 plus 1. Do you want me to prove it to you? Let me show you. Let me show you, my friend. Who is the one who worship 1 plus 1 plus 1? From your Quran. Chapter 1, verse number 1 in the Quran. Bism in the name of Allah, okay, and Ar-Rahman, okay, and Ar-Rahim. Who are they, those three? Any Muslim want to tell me? Who are they, those three names? Who is the Muslim want to answer me? Oh, there's no screen. Hold on, sorry. All right. Do you see now my screen? The Muslims, they believe in a God, but this God, he produced himself in three names: Allah, Al-Rahman, Al-Rahim. If you believe in one God, why he is presented with the three names? Who is the Muslim want to answer? Anyone? Is that 1 plus 1 plus 1? If your God Allah is one, how come he is presenting himself in three? Same time, what kind of a stupid God he says in the name of Allah, Al-Rahman, because Bism mean in the name. Bism, which is wrong by the way. Bism, this is a wrong Arabic word. It is bi-ism. Bism, Allah, Al-Rahman, Al-Rahim. If Allah is talking, how the did he say in the name of Allah? Guys, let me introduce for you Christian Prince. Christian Prince is going to give you a speech. In the name of Christian Prince. Yes, it's true, I'm Christian Prince, but in the name of Christian Prince. What the heck? You are Christian Prince, man. Don't say that. They will laugh at you. In the name of a Christian Prince. You are a Christian Prince. So what your Quran mean by saying in the name of Allah if Allah is talking? Obviously, the one who wrote the Quran, he is an idiot. He forgot that he told the people that the one is talking there is Allah. So he switch sometime and he forget to switch sometime. If the one is talking is Allah, how he is saying in the name of Allah, Ar-Rahman, Ar-Rahim, three names. 1 plus 1 plus 1 is a 3. This is what the Muslim they say. Same time, how many names Allah has? The Muslim they will say to you right away, Allah has 99 names. Hold on. 99 names? I mean, what a coincidence. I mean, 99 names. 99 names. Okay, what happened exactly? Why Allah names start with a 3 and end with 99? The answer is very simple. Jesus lived in this earth for 33 years. Allah names start with Allah, Ar-Rahman, Ar-Rahim, the Father, the Son, the Holy Spirit. X, 3 names equal to 99. Any Muslim have an objection? Otherwise, I challenge you to tell me why in the world everything in your religion is multiply of number 3. When you Muslims you make your prayer, what do? You say Allahu Akbar 3 times. What? Allahu Akbar 3 times? Why? Why? Why you say Allahu Akbar 3 times? Any Muslim can tell me. Let the Abdul talk. Come on. Let him play in the ground. Any Muslim can tell me why you have to say Allahu Akbar 3 times? When you do ablution, you have to do every practice in the ablution 3 times, like blowing your nose 3 times, your ears, your face, your hands, your feet 3 times. Why? Any Muslim can tell us? Is God Almighty two gods? God Almighty Lamu lost mind. You tell me, is Allah is to Allah? Is Allah to Allah to the point he says to them, when Allah come to you, but he is Allah? Guys, you see the Muslim, they keep jumping like monkeys. They will never answer us if we go right now and we search for this. Laugh with me. Hmm. Abdul, read with me carefully. Chapter 2, verse number 29. Allah saying, it is he who created for you the word. Who is the one is talking and who is he? Any Muslim can answer? If Allah is the one is talking, Allah saying it is he who, the one who created the word for you. Any Abdul? If I am Allah and I am saying to you, it is he who created the word for you, shouldn't I ask Allah who is he? It is Jibril talking. Oh, this is not true, because you Muslims claim that every word in the Quran is the word of Allah, not the word of Jibril. So you just got your prophet busted. So now you are saying that Jibril is the one who's talking and Muhammad is a liar, because no single Muslim believe that in the Quran there is one word is coming from Jibril. And let us make a challenge for you. Can you show me one interpretation says that Jibril is the one who's talking? Can you show me one interpretation made by Muslims saying that this is Jibril? You cannot. You fail, my friend. Your God Allah is suffering from mental issue. The Quran is inspired by Allah. No one says what you say except Salafis. Guys, except selfies. No one says what I am saying except Salafis, which mean the true Muslims. Salafis are the true Muslims. What do you know what Salafi mean? Salafi is the same as saying Orthodox. You know, this is how stupid you are. Okay, you know what? I wanted to show me from moderate Muslims interpretation agree with you that the one is talking there is Jibril. Forget about the Salafi. Can you show me a moderate Muslim agree with you? Just one. Just one. Can you? Salafis are Wahhabis. Wahhabis are Salafis. Salafis are Wahhabi, but they are Muslims anyway. They are following the steps of Muhammad. Now answer me, why you don't give me a reference so we can read in the screen together? One of the scholars you agree. I don't care. You quote for me Salafi, Palafi, Malafi, Falafel, Salafi. I don't care. Quote for me a scholar agree with you. Don't tell me you cannot find one scholar agree with you that the one is talking there is Allah. Huh? Actually, the first prayer Muslims they have in their Quran is one of the most funny prayers. If you read this prayer here, it's called Al-Fatiha. It is the hilarious one, comedy. Look with me. Allah is talking. Is that Jibreel or Allah? Yeah, Abdul, there. Is that Jibreel or Allah talking? In the name of Allah, most gracious, most merciful. Praise be to Allah, the Kashir, the sustainer of the world. Most gracious, most. You eat it. You just said that already here. Didn't you just say that already, guys? Look how stupid the one is talking. I mean, what the point of saying the same sentence again? Do you see this one? Do you see this one, Abdul? Do you see this one? Do you see this one? It is the same as this one. I mean, what the point? God, he say same words, repeating them again, and this is supposedly a new verse. Obviously, the God of the Quran is out of words. He have nothing to say. Christian Prince, the most gracious, most merciful. Christian Prince, the most gracious, most merciful. Christian Prince, the most merciful, most gracious. You see, I made some change now. Christian Prince, the most, the most gracious, most merciful Christian Prince. Like supposing now I made a change. He did not even make the change. It's exactly the same sentence. What the point? And then Allah continue his madness, and he says to us, "Thee do we worship?" Like what the heck? How Allah he says that? Thee do we worship, and thine aid we seek. Allah saying that? Allah worshiping who? Any Muslim can tell us? Allah he here is saying to us he worship who? What is real happening here? That the author of the Quran, he's stupid. He forgot to switch between he and I. So this is can be accepted as a prayer if he say in the beginning, say pray like this. Muhammad was trying to copy the words of Jesus, our Father out of heaven. So he come with a stupid statement by saying that the word of Allah is what Allah said, and this is what Allah said, but he did not say that this is how you pray. This is Allah talking now. And why Allah saying this? Unless this is a prayer you have to mention, but he forgot to say it's a prayer. Guys, this guy he said Shabir Ali, he said that. Show me where Shabir Ali he said that. I challenge you. You're a liar. This guy is a potato. You know what Shabir Ali? Shabir Ali would never say that. Shabir Ali is a smart person. He will never answer a question anyway, because the second he answered the question, he will get busted. The Quran is full of jokes. Have you ever heard of a God? He says to us in the judgment day, he is going to show us his shin. What? He will show us his shin? Why? I am so proud that my God, he will show his shin. Eesh. I mean, I'm so glad that your God did not show his ass. I feel so proud now that Allah is so conservative. He will not show his shin. I mean, he will show his shin only, not his ass. يوم يكشف عن ساق ويدعون إلى السجود فلا يستطيعون. The day Allah will show his shin and they will be asked to bow down, but they will not, because his shin is so sexy. Any Muslim would like to tell us what's happening here? Shin? Your God is a shin? What kind of God this God is? Do we have any Abdul? So they say to us that their God is a one God, but the fact their God is a shin. Question: as long you Muslims agree that Allah is a shin, then we need to ask ourselves why he have a shin and where the shin is connected to. What is next to the shin? What is the part after the shin? Torah is full of God showing hand, back, and legs. My friend, we don't have a problem with God showing his hand, because God himself came to us as a man. You Muslims is the one who have a problem. You say that Allah is not a man, but then we find that Allah he play football. Allah he jump with his foot. If we go in the hadith, we will find that the Quran, the hadith saying, let us see. Allah will put his foot in the fire and the fire will fart. The fire will make wak, 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 like a duck. Read with me. Narrated by the Prophet Sahih al-Bukhari that the people will be thrown into the hellfire and it will say, are there any more to come? Like the fire is hungry, man. Till Allah puts his foot over it and the fire will fart and will say, Kati Kati. What the heck? Allah will put his foot over the fire and the fire will make Kati Kati? And Abdul here will explain to us what the Kati Kati is about. If we call now Zakir Naik, if we call Zakir Naik and we ask him about this hadith, what he will say? Hello? Assalamu alaikum. Brother Zakir Naik, it's me. Brother Zakir Naik, we have a question before you talk. First of all, I am thinking that your sound is fitty. I think you are Christian Prince. Zakir, listen to me. You are doing sexual harassment by calling me at my home, at my phone number. My name is Zakir Naik and I'm very well known. I'm going to call the police for you. I told the Muslims, there's a person, his name is the Christian Prince. He keep harassing me. And he is calling me in the middle of the night and he is trying to talk to my wife because she is so sexy and so beautiful. Listen, I'm recording you right now. Shut up. I swear by Allah, if you do call me again, I'm going to sue you. I don't care. He hung up. I mean, I didn't say anything yet. What we will do now? I will risk it and get sued and I will call him again. Hello? Listen to me. Listen to me. I'm losing my patient. I swear by Allah, I'm going to spit at you. Zakir Naik, you are spitting already from like 20 years and actually the floor is full of and wet. Answer this question and do whatever you want. Okay, what is the question? I will accept your challenge for today. Why in the hadith it says that Allah will put his foot in the fire and the fire will say cut cut? Hello? Brother Zakir Naik, are you there? Yes, I'm here. I remember that hadith. That hadith is located in the book of Sahih Muslim. No, Zakir Naik, it's in Sahih Bukhari. Yeah. Okay, Sahih Bukhari. I forgot, sorry. That hadith is located in the Quran, in the chapter. This is not in the Quran. This is in Sahih Bukhari. Okay. Okay. It is in Sahih Bukhari, but can be found in the Quran, but not in the Quran, in the other Quran which I have at home. However, when the Prophet he said that Allah will put his foot over the fire, he don't mean that Allah is going to make a barbecue for his foot. And I know exactly what you are going to say. You are going to say to me, what's wrong with your God? He's trying to make a barbecue for his foot. You are an evil person. When Allah he put his foot in the top of the fire, he is not trying to do barbecue. Zakir Naik, I did not say anything about barbecue. I'm just asking why he put his. I understand you. You are going to tell your followers that Allah is trying to make a seeth kebab and he is doing barbecue for his foot and then they will lick it off. First of all, Allah's foot is against fire and is going to burn. And just for your knowledge, Allah he don't even wear shoes.
and the fire cannot burn him. For simply, he is anti-fire. Actually, he is the one who protected the fire, and he is the one who created the fire. So how he can burn by the fire? Stupid Christian prince. But this is not the question. I'm asking you why he put his foot there. I'm not asking if his foot is going to be burned or not. Christian prince, you are out of logic. Imagine yourself, you are going to do camping in the wood, and now it is very cold. What do? I make a fire. Exactly. Allah, he warmed himself up by the fire of the hill. He is going to burn you there, and you are going to be wood. What do you say about it? You got busted. Zakir Naik, this is not the question. I'm asking why he put his foot in the top of the fire and why the fire said cut, cut. I don't care, your God will burn me or not, no problem. But why he did that? Listen, Christian Brent, obviously you are very slow. It doesn't matter how many times I explain to you, you are not going to get it. Don't call me again. Okay? And if you call me again, I swear by Allah, I'm going to curse you. There is a person, his name is a Trump. I curse him to be poor. And go and see how much money he have right now. He is very poor. Don't ever try to call me again. He hang up. What? I don't know. I give up. If there is any Muslim can tell us why Allah he put his foot over the fire and the fire said qat qat. Zakir Naik is not going to answer. Zakir Naik, he think I'm speaking about Allah putting his foot over the fire to make a barbecue is a foot. Any Muslim want to tell us what is the point of this story? Huh? How did Jesus look before he was born to Mary? Answer this. Guys, how Jesus looked like before he was born into Mary? The Bible says that God created Adam in his image, you idiot, and the Quran, and Muhammad he copied that and he put it in his hadith. So all of us, we are created in the image of God. Let me show you the answer from your stupid prophet. You see, the Muslim, by the way, they try to change the topic, they jump like monkeys hoping they can get away with it. Read with me. Your prophet, the thief, he stole this from the Old Testament. Read with me. The prophet of Allah said, Allah created Adam in his image, in his picture, just to make it to make it close for you. When any one of you fight with his brother, he should avoid his face, for Allah created Adam in his own image. Do you see it? Guys, is that a verse from the Old Testament? Is that a verse from the Old Testament? Yes or no? Why your prophet copying the Old Testament, saying that God in the image of Adam? Any Muslim can answer me why. If your God is not a man, what the statement of your prophet here for, and why he is copying the book of Genesis, where the Bible says in chapter 1 verse number 27 that God created the man in his image, created Adam in his image. Why he is copying the Bible? Any Muslim can tell us. The answer is very simple. Muhammad is a thief. He is a religion collector. He collects some from the Jews, some from the Christians, some from the Buddhas, some from the Hindus, some from the Sabian, some from everybody.
This is the religion of some. In other words, this is the religion of a threesome and foursome and fivesome. In Islam, you can find all the religions some inside. Islam is like a whore, slept with everybody in the town to the point she is called the bike of the town, which means whoever want to take a ride, he can take a ride. And that was Muhammad. With the Jews, he is a Jew. With the Christian, he is a Christian. With the Sabian, he is a Sabian. With the pagan Arab, he is a pagan Arab. He kissed the black stone, he go around the Kaaba, he do everything like them. Right? Muhammad is the bike of the town. Who want to take a ride? And I challenge any Muslim to say this is not true. Even Muhammad, he compared between the image of Allah and the image of the false Messiah. Read carefully with me. Let me get you the hadith. The prophet SAWSAWSAOOO. I mean, this is the only UFO prophet in the world. The Muslims even cannot say his name without adding many letters after his name. SAWS. What the heck is that? Christians, they worship Jesus and they call him Jesus. They don't say SAWSF. He is their God, yet they call him Jesus. The Muslims, they cannot say the name of their prophet, and suppose he's just a prophet, they have to add BBUH, SOWS, SFOOOMMOOGAOOW. I mean, what the heck is that? He's God for them. And look what the prophet now getting the Abdul busted. The prophet of Islam is like a woman in the delivery room, with my respect to women who give delivery. Under the pain, they start talking, saying things. Give them drugs, they start saying things. Allah knows what they are saying. Muhammad is the same. Look what Muhammad is saying. The prophet SAWS said, okay, take a note by the way. This is not Muhammad, this is SAWS. Said, I have told you so much about the Dajjal, brother, the Antichrist. I mean, this is getting serious now. Actually, we cannot go and talk about such a thing without without, I mean, some kind of background music. Look at this. I told you so much. I told you so much about the Antichrist that I'm afraid. I'm really, really afraid. I'm sick afraid that you may not understand. Because I know. Trust me, I know that you are a bunch of Abdul. And I truly, truly afraid. Commercial break. If you are afraid that you have some children in your family who do not understand any kind of logic or science, or they don't want to listen to you because they are acting like Abdul, we have anti-Abdul medicine. You take 1 pill a day, 7 ajwa in 7 weeks, and your son will be a big smart person in less than a month. The end of the commercial break. We continue. Because I'm so afraid that you are Abdul and you will not understand. Let me describe for you the Antichrist. He's short. Yes, he's short. He ain't taught. He's woolly.
When he heard, and he have one eye, he have one eye, like Captain Hawk, an eye sightless, and neither protruding nor deep-seated. Commercial break. If you are a person who is deep-seated and you are trying to lose weight, please follow the following diet, which is mentioned by the Prophet. Drink camel urine, hot and French, from the penis of the camel. Any other kind of a drink is not allowed for less than, or at least for, 3 days, and you will lose a lot of weight because your liver will be destroyed and you will die. End of commercial break. We continue. If you are confused about him, you should know that your Lord is not one-eyed. So all this drama to tell us that your Lord is not one-eyed? Are you serious, Muhammad? All of this drama, you scared the hell of us, man. You scared the hell of us just to tell us at the end that he is not one-eyed. I mean, why you didn't say that from the beginning? So all this movie and all this production and this is all the background and music, and you brought a Christian Prince to us, and we call Zakir Naik and Shabir Ali and Didat and all of this to say to us that he is not one-eyed. You saw what Allah have 2 eyes? I don't know. I'm really disappointed of the intelligence of the Prophet. I'm so disappointed. All of this, the Prophet trying to tell us something unique, that Allah is not one-eyed person. He don't look like this. Or like this. I mean, this is something, man. You Muslims, you got the best prophet ever. I mean, how he got this knowledge, man? The prophet of God is doing his best to explain to us how Allah look like. So he start talking about the curly hair, how big his ass, how fat he is short, not tall, and supposedly he look exactly like Allah except one thing, which is his right eye. Oh, Abdul, your prophet is amazing comedian, man. That's too much. That's hilarious. I mean, who can guys resist the knowledge of the prophet? Nobody. We have to admit that Muhammad, he have his own way of explanation. So he start telling us about the false Messiah, how he look like, and he is confused that the false Messiah, he look exactly like Allah, but Allah is not a man anyway, supposedly. So why you are confused that they will be confused that the Messiah, which is the false Messiah, he will look like Allah, if Allah is not a man? If you look carefully at this story, Muhammad, he just confessed that Allah is a man because he's afraid that the false Messiah, the Antichrist,
who according to Muslim, by the way, he is a person who will claim to be Christ, and he will try his best to look like a Christ. But as you see here, Muhammad is afraid that the Muslims, they will think he is Allah, for he look like a Christ. Do you see the problem with this stupid religion? Why you don't call us Mr. Meditating Stoic? Are you meditating with the look of Allah now? That Allah is not one-eyed? How many eyes Allah has? A question for the Muslims. How many eyes Allah has? Who is the Muslim wanna tell us? Your prophet, he reported to us that Allah is not one-eyed, as you see, but he did not tell us how many eyes he have. That is a spider. Oh boy. What the heck? What? Is that Allah? Allah is not one-eyed. This guy is not one-eyed for sure. Oh boy. The prophet, this guy Muhammad is full of knowledge, man. Allah is not one-eyed. Okay, and thank you for the information. Do we have any Muslim here want to say something? Any Muslim want to say something? Guys, don't forget to subscribe to our page if you like what we do here, and don't forget to invite your friends, for this is a free school of education, teach you about the stupid cult of Islam with no mercy. Here Muhammad get busted every day. You're what? You would get stoned by Musa's? Don't worry about Musa's, my friend. Musa's die as a Christian according to Muhammad. Do you know that? Guys, do you know that according to the stupid Muhammad, the Muslim, they claim that Musa was a Muslim, correct? Musa's believe in the original sin, and that will make him a Christian person believe. And Muhammad confirmed that. How stupid this Muhammad is. Do we have any Abdul? I will be stoned by Moses. Okay, show me where Moses says if I say God is a human, I will be stoned. Show me where it says that. Go ahead. I want to learn from you. First of all, Abdul, we Christian, we don't believe that God is a human. Only you Muslims, because you have a brain of a donkey, you think we believe in that. We believe that God come to us in the form of a human, but he is not a human. And let me get you busted from the Quran. Isn't it your Quran says that Allah, he sent his spirit, and his spirit became a perfect man? Does that mean the spirit of Allah is a man? Abdul, does that mean the spirit of Allah is a man? Yes or no? Allah, he sent his spirit, but his spirit is not a man. By the way, for those who do not know, Muslims believe in God who is not a spirit. He is not. Allah is not a spirit. Allah is only a physical being. He is like a statue. Chapter 19, verse number 17. Allah, he sent his spirit, and his spirit appeared to Mary as a perfect man. The Muslim translation here is false when they say that we sent to her our messenger. He sent his spirit. His spirit. You see here they put between two bracket Jibril. That's false. Doesn't say Jibril. We sent to her our ruh. The word ruh in Arabic is a spirit. So let us assume that this is Jibreel. Okay. So Jibreel is a spirit, according to the Muslims. Jibreel became a man. Is he a man? Who is a Muslim want to give me the answer? If Jibreel, according to your understanding, became a man, is he a man? Hello? Hello? And right away you will see the Muslim now, he changed the topic. He will post something else. The second you get them busted, right away they jump to the second question. They have a website open next to them, copy paste. Hello? When the spirit of Allah became a man, is that a spirit a man or it is still a spirit? Who is a Muslim? God is not a man who lie, you idiot. Don't quote without quoting the true verse. It says that God is not a man who lie. For God don't lie. You are a liar like your prophet. You don't even quote correctly. You are a potato. And this is why Jesus never lie. And this is why the Quran in chapter 19 verse number 19 it says that Jesus is the Holy Son, for he never lie, for he is God. And this is your Quran in front of you. So God is not a man who lie, and that is Jesus. Do you see it? Even your Quran described Jesus as a holy son. Holy son of who? Holy son of God. Who is the father of Jesus in Islam? Who is a brave Muslim can answer me about this? Who is the father of Jesus? Any Muslim have the courage and the knowledge to tell us who is the one who made Mary pregnant according to Islam? Who is going to answer? Who is the one who made Mary pregnant according to Islam? Mayday, Mayday. We are looking for a Muslim Abdul to give us an answer. Mayday, Mayday. Who is the one who made Mary pregnant with Jesus according to Islam? Mayday, Mayday. A bunch of cowards. The answer is Allah, according to Muslims. So who is the father of Jesus? The father, my father, is the one who made my mother pregnant. Your father is the one who made your mother pregnant. Who is the one who made Mary pregnant? No, not Jibreel. Jibreel is not, is just a messenger. No. It says there, and we blow into her vagina. Who is the one who blew? Allah. If Jibreel he can make Mary pregnant, that means Jibreel is a man and he having sex with Mary. That means that Jibreel is the father of Jesus. But Muslims don't believe in that. Do we have any brave Muslim here? Potato, 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 potato. To them the skin. Okay, guys, you might be seated. We finished the anthem of Islam. Potato. Big mouth trying to intimidate people, screaming at them. When we give them a serious question, nobody answer. Don't use bad language, John Doe. Do we have any Muslim here? And Abdul have the courage and the knowledge. Anyone he is smart like the Prophet Muhammad, peace upon him. Did Muslims beat you as a kid or what? I like what or what. I think what happened is or what. It's the otherwise. Abdul, you have no idea what are you talking about. I am the or what. I am the or what. Who dare? Abdul, who dare? Do we have any Muslim? Or what? Huh? Or what? I am the or what? The unexpected nightmare to Allah. Hmm? Any Abdul? I am the one who made like 1,000 watt electricity go in the bomb of your prophet every day. The poor Muhammad is really suffering badly because of me. I'm sure, because you see the prophet, he said there is a punishment in the grave. So this guy is suffering now in the grave. Even Muhammad, he claimed that the mule he was walking by the graves, he can hear the screaming of the Muslims suffering in their graves. And why the Muslims they were screaming in their grave and they were punished by Allah? Because they piss in their feet. If. Muhammad, he said that the most of punishment of the grave, the torture, is because of piss. Must be a true story. I mean, we have a God, his name is Allah. He will torture you in the grave, not if you rape a woman, no. Not if you rape a child, no. Not if you kill, not if you steal, no. But because you urinate and some urination touch your skin, Allah will torture you. Guys, I told you many times that urine is very dangerous. Actually, I heard Trump, he is going to make a special inspection unit on the mullahs of Iran to check if they are urinating. Because if they do, we should be punished in them and throw them in their grave. I suggest that Trump he should open a special department for the CIA to investigate not uranium no more. They should investigate urination. Okay, shut up, shut up. Come on, fake laugh. We want something real. Allah will punish you because of urine. We have a God. He is not going to torture the Muslims in the grave for rape or killing or theft or no, just for the urine. Oof, that's deep. That's so deep. Amazing. Any Muslim can tell us what's going on? By the way, I want to say thank you for those who made a donation. I saw, I think 2 of you made a donation. Thank you very much. I appreciate your generosity. And let me make a prayer to Allah that He will not punish you when you die because of urine. Allah, please don't punish those who made a donation for me because of their urine. Please, Allah, make their urine a holy urine. Brother sister, the Prophet of Islam, he said that in the most torture in the grave is going to be because of urinating. And the reason of urinating became very dangerous because urine these days is very infected. Other example,
If you are a person who drinks 7-Up or Pepsi Cola, which is made by the Jews, your urine is very dangerous for your salvation. So my friend, you better what? And you better rub yourself with nylon and plastic, otherwise urine is going to be a very hard punishment for you. Thank you very much.
We are speaking about a God who is the most hilarious, stupid God who wanna torture human because of urine. A urine. My friend, you conquer what? First conquer yourself before you conquer others. Come on, the European, they are taking over your land. Abdul, conquer. Most of the Muslims who come to America, by the way, they converted to Christianity. The biggest converted church in USA is Iranian church. The biggest at all. You can search it right now. Actually, they have even their own TV stations. Yeah, I advise the Muslims when they go in the bathroom to wear to wear condoms and to piss in it, or to wrap a plastic bag around their private part. Did Jesus poop? This is a good question. Can you show me where it says he did? I can show you where your prophet he did, and the Muslims were rounding around him watching. If you can show me where Jesus did, you are a winner. Can you? Can you show me? Nowhere it says that, so I cannot speak of something I never saw. If you can show me, be my guest. It's a challenge. It's a challenge. Any Abdul? I answered you. Can you show me where Jesus did? Can you show me? Do you have a proof that he did? Hello.
Hi, good evening.
Good evening.
I was just wondering because I saw someone posting today
Hmm.
if Muhammad really was that smart, because every person who dies, right, have to leave their body fluid. That includes urine.
Have he have what?
When your body dies,
Yeah.
all your body fluids empties, right? That means your urine comes out on your body.
Hmm.
So Muhammad was actually more stupid than just so, because that will make you bathe in your own urine. If you get what I
But
mean.
this is not what Muhammad is talking about. Muhammad is talking about that when you go to the bathroom and urine touch your any part of your skin, Allah will torture you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm just
But this is when you are alive. Yeah, not when you are dead. So when you are dead, this is a different story. When you are dead and you are in the grave already, and now it's going to be, they will give you the quiz of death. But before you die, when you pee, if your urine touch your skin, Allah will torture. And Muhammad, he learned that from the Jews. The Jews, they don't believe that God will torture them. The Jews believe that urine should not touch their body, and Muhammad trying to copy that. This is why the Jews, the Orthodox Jews, when they pee, they have like a container, they pee in it, so to be sure that there's no way urine is going to touch their body anywhere. So they are very, very, let us say, no, I mean, they have a phobia about this. So Muhammad is trying to copy from the Jews, but because he is a stupid false prophet, he copy it and he make it funny. He learned from the Jews that God, he punished people in the grave. This is from the Jews too. The Jews, this is not from the Bible. This is from the tradition. The Jews believe that when a person he die, his spirit will fly over the grave for a few days and is going to suffer at that time for the sin he did in this earth. All right. This is what the Jews believe as a tradition. That's not from the Bible. Same time, they taught Muhammad about the punishment of the grave, but they did not explain to him what it is. So Muhammad, he took it, he believed in it, and he started adding his own funny stuff. You will see here the story. Aisha said that the Jews came to her and mentioned the punishment of the grave, saying to her, "May Allah protect you from the punishment of the grave." Aisha then asked Allah Apostle about the punishment of the grave, and he said, yes, there is a punishment in the grave. And then Aisha, she said, and after that I never saw Allah Apostle but seeking refuge with Allah from the punishment of the grave in every prayer, which means Muhammad never pray seeking refuge against this punishment until he learned from Aisha, which he learned from the Jews. So he did not learn it firsthand, which means he did not get really the details. He just learned that a Jewish woman, she told Muhammad that she told Aisha there is a punishment of the grave, and then after Muhammad he heard that, he liked the idea, and since then he never mentioned a prayer without seeking refuge from such a treatment in the grave. So Muhammad is simply is a thief, he is a false man, and he is copying from the Jews whatever he hear. But because he don't have the details, he have to add his own spice, and that make it more funny and more stupid.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was just wondering about the other part because to me, it's, well, you can't avoid it.
Yeah, but however, I am not against a person to be clean, but Muhammad was not clean. Muhammad, he used to dry his hand in the floor, and then
Yeah, and the walls.
dry his hand in the wall, and this is disgusting. And you can imagine what kind of wall Muhammad he have in his house. You know, especially if we know Muhammad don't take a poo in the bathroom. He do poop, he do poop in his bedroom. His bedroom is the bathroom, is the living room, is the bedroom, and he used even to put the dish where he used to piss in under his bed. If you remember the story of the woman who drank his piss, and Muhammad, he told her, no pain will hurt your stomach after today.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Insane. Okay, that was just my question, and I hope that might trigger Mr. Stoic to maybe connect with you because he seems to have a lot of questions.
Yeah. Well, it's endless stupidity.
Yeah, but see, Stoic, it's not dangerous. You don't get your head bitten off.
Well, you will get your head punished because when you go in the grave, two angels they will come with, and they have a steel hammer, and the hammer is made from steel, not from this earth. And then they will beat you. Yeah, they will beat you in your head, and you will go 70 cubic down the earth each time they hit you with the hammer in your head. You know.
Oh.
So yes.
Well, I think I will be buried with my helmet then.
That's a good one. All right,
anyways, check my questions that I sent to you and the document.
All right.
I'm off to bed now.
Okay,
very late here.
Take care.
I just wondered about that. So have a good evening.
You too. Bye-bye.
God bless everyone. Bye bye.
Take care. Bye bye. All right. Somebody send me a video. Let me see. Okay. All right. Yeah, guys. Unmasking the Fools. He sent me this video about the Dean show. This is the link if any one of you would like to watch it. About the Dean show. You remember we spoke about the description of paradise? This is my video in the page of Unmasking Fools, and don't forget to subscribe to his channel. All right, watch it and laugh at this stupid religion. Do we have any Abdul would like to call us? Any Abdul? Any half Abdul? Not even one brave Abdul? All right. Any Muslim? No Muslims. All right. I think we have enough for today. Actually, I just wanted to share this with you, and I was planning actually to speak not for long, but as usual, we plan for a short video, and then the video became really long. Don't forget, guys, to subscribe to our channel and turn on your notifications, so when we have our live podcast, you will be with us. Most of the time, I do live podcasting every day, almost at 4:30 p.m. Sometime early in the morning, sometime even after. Hello? Hello?
Hello, Sylvia.
Hello, my friend. How are you?
I'm fine. How are you?
I'm all right. What do you want to say to us, my friend?
Yeah, I have some little question that I just want to ask you about the Quran.
Um, can you call me tomorrow because almost I was going to close. Is that okay?
Okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm very sorry. No problem.
No,
No
it's all right.
problem.
Because I was just telling them our time is up. So
Uh,
tomorrow, if you don't mind, please call me. I will be here around 4:30, and you can call me after that, and I will be happy to
okay.
answer your questions. All right, my friend.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. God
Nice to
bless.
meet you. Okay.
Take care.
Goodbye.
Take care. Bye. All right, guys. I was just saying, that our time is up. So tomorrow at 4:30, we will be here again. But sometime during the day, between, I mean, the now until tomorrow to 4:30, sometime I do live podcast too. So don't forget to subscribe and be with us and join us. All right. So we can, we can answer your questions, and don't forget to share the knowledge we share with you with your children's. Try always to keep reference, take notes, and if you like to have reference handies in your hand, you can go and get my books from Amazon.com, which is written in many languages. You can just search Christian Prince books, and you will find a list of my books. Now, I advise you, if you are a person who live in certain country, to buy from Amazon which belong to your country, because I think that will make the shipping a lot cheaper, or even sometime for free. So if you are in Amazon, if you are in France, then open Amazon France. If you are in England, Amazon England, Germany, etc. This way you can get almost free shipping, or maybe totally free shipping for my books. So I want to say thank you for being here. May the Lord bless you all. And until we see you again tomorrow, God is willing, again and again, we repeat and we confirm that Islam is a very false, stupid cult. It's very easy to defeat and very easy to expose. But you cannot expose a lie unless you know about it. You cannot find what is the illness and what is the disease unless you study the disease. And this is why we are sharing with you the knowledge we have, and it's totally for free. For free you took, for free you give. The words of my Lord. Christ is Lord, Islam is false, and we see you soon again. Bye bye.